Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. How's everybody doing? So today, what I wanted to talk about was when we started to feel stuck with our manifestations. I had a lady reach out to me. Actually, she sent me some lovely, lovely messages. You know who you are, the lovely Lindsay. And, you know, it's. I love it when people say, I'm feeling stuck. I'm just in this mindset. And sometimes we can get in that mindset of lack and we know when we feel like we're not bringing enough money in and nothing's really working or like moving forwards, because we can like fall out of abundance and we can just go into that panic and scarcity mindset. It happens to all of us, but it's how do we identify it? So this lovely lady, she's actually a really good friend of mine, and since the podcast, I helped her publish a book. She's going to do the podcast course, and I'm her life mentor. I don't think she's going to let me get away, are you, Lynn? So, but you know, she sent me an amazing, Sunday night, some gorgeous feedback and how she was feeling, how the podcast had helped her. And I said, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this podcast for you today, because what she actually had said to me, I was like, you know what, I've been thinking about doing this on the podcast, and because I think things go well for people, then all of a sudden, we can get a bit lazy and sloppy and slack with manifestations, with our practices. And it's how to identify those and then get them back on track again. And it's those moments when, we've been feeling so aligned with our manifestations, everything's coming through, we've got the money coming through. When those moments and we get up in the morning and we're like, everything's good today, I can't fault everything, the kids are doing well, money's coming in, business, I've got clients. Even if you're just working for somebody, going to work, you're feeling good, you're feeling aligned, you're feeling happy, you've got things planned at the weekend, you're not in overwhelm, you're not spinning plates, and then bang, suddenly the magic is gone. And you've been like, oh, what's happened? Because we've probably been visualising, journaling, and we feel the high vibe. And then, out of nowhere, what happens? Those old negative thoughts creep back in. The old habits you thought had left start showing up again. The money mindset blocks reappear. And that beautiful abundance energy that you've been building has gone. And my friend said, I've been seeing the number 444. And what I want you to know is that this can happen all the time, and I see a lot of 111s, and if you look into numerology, there's so much you can dive into, but sometimes we haven't lost your magic. Sometimes it's just part of the process, and I find this when we are ready for an upgrade. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So why does this happen? So when we start manifesting, we're rewiring our subconscious. We're creating new beliefs, new habits and new energy patterns, but your brain is used to old programming. So when you start reaching a new level, your mind sometimes tries to pull you back. It's because it's what's familiar. And even if it's not what you want anymore, it just comes back. And that's why you might see old patterns creep in, because imposter syndrome comes back. It's not a setback, it's a sign that you're growing. Because I remember when I published a podcast and published my book, I will never get that feeling again, that dopamine. And I always crave that feeling, because I published a book, I published my other journals and planners. I'll never get that feeling, because that's a one-time feeling. But I also can create new feelings, because what I've done, I hit a growth really quick with my business, my podcast, and I'm like, now what? What do we do now? And then you're like, it plateaus for a bit, and then you bob along because things are going good. And I'm like, oh, it's all right, it's all good and happy. But then you start to think, well, am I doing enough? Because then we start to compare to other people, other podcasters, other authors, and it's so hard to get back into that positive mindset. And then what happens is things start to crumble around us. So we start to have these negative thoughts and beliefs. And then we start to see things going on. We start to feel tired, fatigue. We start to snap at our children, maybe our partners. We start eating rubbish, not sleeping good. I start dreaming. And it's just we're just human. We're not robots. We're not AI. We are just people. It happens, and we need this to remind ourselves, because if we had this perfect life all the time, we would just be in total abundance and we wouldn't learn and grow from it. So, my friend Lindsay, who's an absolute, what she said, she's my fangirl, so I absolutely love that. So I will definitely take that, and she listens to the podcast, and she just honestly, if everybody, I know you guys support me, but if we had a lot of them friends like Lindsay's in your life, then do you know there's people out there that are close to me that will not give me the same feedback, or like, Lindsay, you're doing so well, and and I'm like, wow, this person does not need to say that, and it's out of kindness, and she's in the right place. But that's when people are rooting for you, and it just takes one message saying, you know what, this podcast does work, it helps other people, it's a free podcast, you get lots of hints and tips. And that's all it's for. I serve a lot of busy mums like myself, have a child with additional needs. The proof is in the pudding that I'm doing it. I'm running 2 businesses. I'm in a really good mindset. It's been a really good year. Things have, obviously I lost my nan, but I've had to turn that around because my nan wouldn't want me to be that way. And the only reason why I've got through the grief is because of manifesting. I think if I didn't have manifesting in my life, I don't think I would have got through it. I know I wouldn't have got through it because I struggle with death quite badly, and I don't know, I think I've found a really good happy place. I've raised my vibrations. I've been able to give myself a bit of grace because I was on a quite high vibration. I might have dropped a few vibrations, obviously we all drop a few decibels, but if we're in a really low vibrational state and we hit grief, it's really hard. But I've got that, I've got my son, and obviously he's just been diagnosed with a genetic syndrome, which we didn't know for 14 and a half years. And I've just had to just accept that and carry on. And it's just, I'm not going to let it bring me down. I'm just going to continue with my business, continue serving you guys and helping who I can. It's because I do what I do, I love what I do, and I'm living in alignment. So let's talk about the meaning of 444. So Lindsay said she keeps seeing this number, and I love that she said this. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this. You might be seeing different numbers, so you can look these up, and you can use ChatGPT to do that as well. So spiritually, 4 is a number of stability, structure, and strong foundations. When you see it repeated 3 times, that energy is magnified. It's like the universe is saying, you're safe, you're supported. Now's the time to ground yourself and strengthen your foundations so you can hold the abundance that's coming. 444 isn't telling you to give up. It's telling you to anchor in. And Lindsay won't mind me saying, so Lindsay had an operation, a lady operation, and obviously she's gone back to work. And in that meantime, we helped her publish a book because she wanted to have some financial freedom. Yes, we love what we do. I work in my salon. I do a lot of physical work. I love it. I don't want to stop doing it as long as I can do it. But I want to create passive income as well, because there might be when I'm on holiday, I don't get paid. And, if I have to have time off, or I'm not well, or my hands are sore, I'm off with my son. We all need sometimes a little bit of backup. But also, it's the thrill and the excitement of having something else. And we spoke so many times. Lindsay was in a really good flow with me, and then what she's done, and she'll admit this, is she's chucked herself too much back into her work. It's the work that she set up her own business again, but she's doing too much time. She's caring and she's supporting people. It's too much. And what happens is you start to neglect your self-care and your time and your manifestations. You start your journaling, and you kind of get out of that business mind. But I said to her, you can still continue your business, but you can also still do this work. I still do my salon. I get up early. I do my manifestations. I do my rituals. I do everything I need to do, my exercise. And I still work on this behind the scenes. But sometimes we can actually cut off the manifestations and cut off all that really good work that you've done with somebody or with yourself. And then we're like, right, we have to start again. And that's what Lindsay that's what I interpreted. So she's going to come and have some treatment soon. And we're going to talk. And she was give her like a free life coaching session, because she wants to do more. She's like me. She's this like manifesting generator. She's an amazing person, and she's one of these people that needs to help and serve people like me, because that's what she's here to do. And I feel like if you're not doing that with all your intention, I feel like as a person you struggle, because we always feel like, I really don't want to do this job, I want to do this instead. It's not, we all can't do what we want to do. We have money to bring in, but who's to say that we can't do a job and have something extra? If it's just something for you, we can set up a little side hustle, just a little business, or just something for you, like on the side. How are we going to ground ourselves? So go and grab a journal and write 4 fears or blocks you're feeling right now, 4 wins or things you've already manifested, and 4 small actions you can take today and move forwards. And how are we going to reframe our blocks? For every limiting belief, create a new supportive belief. So it's not working becomes it's still working for me, even when I can't see it. And act from abundance. Do one thing today that your next level self would do. It could be investing in yourself, saying no to something that drains you, or starting that project that you've been putting off. So next time you're feeling stuck and you see 444 as it's a cosmic reminder that you are supported, guided and protected. So I want you to say, I am supported, protected and aligned. My abundance flows freely and I am ready to receive more. And if you see 444 this week, screenshot it and tag me on Instagram, because I love it when people send me things. I keep sending my friend like 111, we keep talking, and I keep looking at my Alexa and it's like 111. So it's funny what can come forwards for you, and it's so easy to be stuck and living. Nobody's perfect with manifesting, and we all have our own ways of manifesting. We can look online, and there's lots of teachings about manifesting, but it's your way. And if you've not read my book, it's available on Amazon. Manifesting Through Motherhood. It's available on Kindle as well, and it's only like £2.39 to read. So if you've got Kindle Unlimited, you can get it for free. So it's perfect, and it's got lots of, especially if you're quite new to all this mindset and all this self-development work, just start there. Even if you know about manifesting, the book still works because it's got some tasks for you to do. Because sometimes we can just forget about it and think, we need to revisit this. Because I know when people aren't manifestors and people aren't manifesting, because I start seeing language change online. I start seeing the language change within themselves. They start going really quiet. They start bigging themselves up. We have to be the main character in our story, and our energy has to be there. If we aren't, they always say that fake it till you make it, and we don't have to do that in a way that's not humble. It's, right, I'm an author, I'm a podcaster, I'm going to show up like that, and how am I going to do that? I'm going to go to events, I'm going to speak events, I've done articles for magazines, I've done for my local paper. It's just stepping out your comfort zone. If you're not going to shout out about yourself, who is going to do it? People start taking note then of what you are doing. And it's really hard. And I've said this to Lindsay so many times. I said to her, you've got to step into it. Even on your social media, you've got to clean your social media up. You've got to change your header. She's an author. Get it on your background. You are an author. This is a link to my book. Because it's hard when we've got a book, because what we do, we have people on social media and our friends that are like, have you wrote a book? Have you done that? Yes, she did that book. She did my masterclass and she did a book herself, and it's amazing. It's a children's book, a Christmas book. It's just incredible, and she wanted to do it for herself. So you know what? She can do lots and lots of books because she knows what to do now. And when you've got the course, you can it's only 2 hours, the self-publishing masterclass. You can keep revisiting that because you forget something sometimes. So she can keep stepping up. The more she puts out there and she creates a business and drip feed it throughout, people start taking you seriously. At first, people are like, oh, what's she doing now? We get this a lot because what I see is people setting up a business, then they've gone missing. And then what I don't like is when people take breaks and go, right, I'm going to have some time off. Why are you having time off? Because I've said this so many times, like a podcast, you go AWOL, you are ghosting your listeners, you're ghosting your clients, people are interested. Because to me, that shows that you haven't got that 100% into, you haven't got that. You just don't want to put that into your business, because if you can step back from your business so quick, then it just shows that you aren't your heart is not in your business. So even when I'm helping people launch podcasts, think about your niche, who you want to say what. When I do one-to-ones with people, I look them in the eye and you see that as soon as I talk about things, the eyes light up. I went, that's your podcast name, that's what you're going to do, or maybe that's your book name. Because if you don't do it, if you don't do what's aligned to you, you're going to run out of steam very quick on your podcast. Even talking online, I'll get inspiration days where I'll talk, I'll speak on my stories, the things that I speak about my family and business, because that's what I'm qualified to do. It's what I do, it's what I teach, what I do on a daily. I have my own business, I've had my own home beauty business for 20 odd years, and I've done a lot of qualifications as well. So I've just merged it all together. And I've just manifested to a point where I'm letting the universe work with me, but also work with my family as well, because I want abundance. I need time with my son, especially now I've got this diagnosis. Like, he needs my time, both, and all our energy. And I think it makes you realise that, what you're working with and why he's been the way he is. And there is a lot of stigma around, what, additional needs and disabilities. But we have to be our advocates for our children, don't we? And everything that we do within our business. So yeah, let me know if you are, you see these numbers. It could be any, like, we just see numbers sometimes. So go and research them, write it in your notes, ask ChatGPT, and let me know what you think. And I'm really excited to speak to Lindsay. Lindsay was just like, sent me some, I put it in on my Instagram. Like, she was just like, it's amazing. And, you just make me feel like I always say, have people say to me, you just make me want to quit my job. And just, they always say when they come from there, I need a dose of you. And you always make me want to quit my job and go and set up my new business. And I say, why do I make you feel like that? They go, because you've done it. And I know that what you do does work. So if you are stuck and you need some support, send me a message. There's lots of free resources. There's lots of episodes. I've got 2 masterclasses in there. We can do one-to-ones. There's so much stuff in my link tree to go at. Some meditations in there. I've got some freebie meditations from the model hypnotherapist. She's a sponsor of the podcast, so she's put a couple in there. So she's amazing as well. So she contributes to the podcast, because I like to work with women really closely that are going to support my women that are going to listen to the podcast as well. So if you are new to the podcast, I know I've had some new listeners lately. It's just going mental. Thank you so much. And if you've not read my book, it's available on Amazon. I'll put it in the show notes so you can easily find it. It's nice and pink, and it'll look really nice next to your coffee on your table. Or if you're a Kindle reader, then I'm both. I like a book. I will probably buy the book anyway. And we had a lovely lady. Did you see it on my socials? I think I mentioned it on my last podcast. She published her book with me, and I'm just loving the socials at the minute. I'm just like I just love it because she's showing up, and I've just got a book here. I've just grabbed it, How to Raise Your Vibration by Laura Swain, and it is 25 ways to unlock the energy of abundance and attract the life you want. This woman knows how to unlock the energy and how to raise the vibrations, and books like this, honestly, just help you think, you know what, it doesn't have to cost a lot. It can call low cost things that can help you raise your vibrations, because we need that. We need to raise our vibrations to move forward in the next phase of our lives. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to aqua aerobics with my mum, my friend, and her mum. So I'm really excited because I've not been swimming for ages. We've got a new swim centre near us. Hope it's not too cold. And it'll be really good for my fibromyalgia as well. It won't be too much. So because of the weight loss, I'm really excited because I'm in that toning phase now. So yeah. So let me know if you go to aqua aerobics, or let me know what type of fitness you do. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I will speak to you all soon, and have a great day. Bye. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my link tree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.